The main objective of the Green Revolution was to increase agricultural production. The farmers were encouraged to use more chemical fertilizers as well as insecticides, and this only led to attain the target to increase the agricultural production. We have a record production of the crops like wheat and paddy because of the Green Revolution. Where there was once upon a time scarcity of the food grains, today we have sufficient storage, or we can say more than that, of the food grains. Once drought was a hazard of regular interval in India, Dukkad, its adverse effects are not seen after the Green Revolution. Because of the buffer stock, more stock of the food grains, the conditions of the drought of scarcity are faced conveniently now. We have no problems, even if it does not rain, because we have become self-reliant. The self-sufficiency in food grain is a landmark of historic achievement of Green Revolution. Please underline this statement. Today, the production of cash crop has increased, and also the production of pulses and other cereals has decreased with the repetition of the same crop. To reach to the stage where other countries of the world have progressed using better technology in the agricultural sector, we will have to be ready for next Green Revolution. What is the role of agriculture in the Indian economy? Well, we know that agriculture is the main activity of the people of India. The pressure which India was observing at the time of independence is now reduced somewhat, but still we have an important contribution in the Indian economy. This sector is providing employment to nearly one half of the population. Agriculture sector is holding 17% of the GDP, gross domestic production. Crops like paddy, wheat, oilseeds, cotton, jute, sugarcane, tobacco, potatoes, which are the major agricultural products of India, by selling this we are able to, or we are by exporting, we are able to get more foreign exchange. Our country, India, is ranking second in the world in the agrarian production. The industries which need raw material from the agricultural sector like cotton, textile, sugar, paper, oil are also able to be developed in our country. Agriculture provides food to the people of India. The Indian contribution is not consistent in the world agricultural market because the rainfall is irregular and uncertain, and also inadequate facilities of irrigation are responsible for this. Food security is necessary for any country in the present period. If the demand of the food grain increases and if we have to import more food grains, then our political independence will be at risk. We will have to depend on other countries to take any decision. But we have become self-reliant in the field of grain production because of the Green Revolution. Along with the increase in the farm production, we have also experienced an increase in the population of the country. In 1951, India's population was 36 crore, 10 lakh, and today more than 125 crore. This has increased the demand for food grains. However, also the production of food grain is increasing in our country during the last 5-year period. We have been able to produce 51 crore tons of food grains in the year 1950-51, and in the year 2013-14 it has reached to 265.04 crore tons. So with the food grains which are presently available in our country today, the minimum requirement can be fulfilled of all the people. It is necessary to maintain buffer stock and to increase it. By buffer stock of food grains, the scarcity of the food grains can be prevented during the period of drought, dukar, or in the case of inadequate production of the food grains. Also, the wastage of food grain can be stopped by implementing the techniques to preserve the grains in the warehouse. The hunger of thousands of families can be satisfied if this buffer stock is distributed among them free of charge. It is a strong necessity of the time to stop the wastage of food grains, and it is necessary to strengthen food stocking and arrangements to conserve it. It is a good beginning that the government has made provision to supply the food grains up to the poor people by the scheme known as Food Security Act. What are the effects of globalization on Indian agriculture sector? The policy of globalization had been implemented with the purpose that the Indian farmer could sell his farm products in the world market and earn profit. And so many changes have taken place in the agricultural sector due to globalization. First of all, the process to export or import crop production is becoming very simple. Cotton, chili, and till are now available in Chinese markets, and various fruits from the world are now available in Indian market. The costly genetically modified BT cotton seed sold by the multinational companies are now available in India also. By this, farming has become costly. The production of cotton and maize has increased. With the import becoming smoother, the domestic farm products have to face tough competitions. Some products of India have gained global markets, and so it is necessary for their registration of the patent trademark. It is very important to register quantitative farm production as national patent in the world market. To face the competition in the agricultural products in the global market, our country India will have to adopt some new technology and also concentrate on the quality. A series of planned steps will have to be taken so as to increase the economic prosperity and solidarity of the people. With increasing population, the probable future increase in the demand for agricultural products, and to maintain the march to economic progress, it is very important to arrange the strategy or policy for second green revolution. Students, we end this chapter here. I have tried my level best to explain and also to mark you important questions. Still, if you have any doubt, you can clear your doubt by asking me a question. Thank you.